Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Friday night to everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing wonderful. Hopefully all is great in your world. We are here tonight to watch some WCW Monday Nitro, if you will. I am John Wangland, and of course joining me as always is my partner, my main man, my main dude, the man with the stutter as smooth as butter, Mr. Brother Martin. What is going on, Brother Martin? How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, brother. You know what, man? Life is good. I woke up this morning. You woke up this morning, man. Like, we are blessed by the best, baby, if you will. And you know what? Everybody's talking about things like the debate yesterday. But you know what? Like, there's two things that can bring us together. And you know what? One of them is Mr. Joe Henry.
Joe Henry brings everybody together.
Joe Henry can bring us together, and the Westminster Dog Show, which is preempted. But you know what, John? A little fun fact, like a lot of people realize, a little bit of the inside baseball, if you will. John had a dog he submitted to the Westminster Academy. And John's got a fun story about that later. So, like, flat out, it's going to be a fun night. We're good old-fashioned wrestling. And Monday Nitro, man, I'm excited. We are on the road to, what is it, Fall Brawl now?
Yeah, we're on the road to Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl. And,
my dog Spot didn't make it into the Westminster Dog Show. Not your Spot, not my Spot, the Spot. He didn't make it into the Westminster. He didn't make it into the Westminster Dog Show. That's why we're doing Nitro for a few weeks straight. So Raw at this time, folks who don't remember, was preempted and usually late August. It was either for the, I think it was the U.S. Open or it was the Westminster Dog Show at this time. One or the other, or both maybe. I have no idea. Or to the liver spot too, Jeremy. You're right. So for whatever reason, they're preempted at this time. This actually might have been the U.S. Open, but I thought it was the Westminster Dog Show. Irregardless, they'd be off for like 2 or 3 weeks on Monday nights. So that's why we're doing Nitro for the next few weeks till we get caught up. I think the next Nitro or the next Raw is I think it's like September 11th. So we're a few weeks away. What's going on, Jeremy? How's it going? Jason, what is up, my dude? Yes, and sir. Taz. Yes, and Taz. If you call Taz, he may come. We might get rewind.
Right. Oh, I mean, Well, if Jordan Grace calls him, I'm sure Taz will appear because I
Well,
don't know.
we had Rewind the other night come on the show, and he booked his fantasy main event. You know what his fantasy
What's that?
was? His fantasy match was him versus Richie in a massage match. That was his fantasy matchup. Me and the special, or as a special guest referee, in HBK shorts. That's a disgusting sight.
To each their own.
To each their own, right? The dude had a hilarious card though. He had an Austin versus Sandman beer drinking opener. You can't say come spot. It would be awkward. That's right, Jason. It would be, man. Well, we're going to have some fun tonight on the show watching some Nitro. We hope everybody's doing great. Hopefully, if you're checking this out on Friday or if you're checking it out later on, all is right in your world and all is great. Baby. We're going to have a good time. Chris, you want to hear the card for this show tonight?
What do we got on the docket tonight? Because honestly, lately, Nitro's been kicking ass. Like they have been, man.
They have been. Well, they're coming tonight. It's the August 25th, 1997 edition. If you guys want to watch along with us and get it fired up on whatever app you watch on. So once again, it's August 25th, 1997 is the Nitro that we're going to be checking out tonight. Came from Columbia, South Carolina. I used to live right outside of Columbia for a couple of years. Great city. Good college town, lots of good fun spots to go to in Columbia, and I'm not a fan, but it's the home of the Gamecocks. What a stupid name that is.
Well, like that's one of the few places where you can actually say that you love cock, and it's got a different meaning to it.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, like you're just saying.
Yeah, but Columbia is a good wrestling city for sure. It's going back to the old days of the the Horsemen and all the NWA stuff. Columbia has always been a good spot. But the first matchup tonight, Lord knows how this is going to go. It's going to be La Parka and Psychosis taking on Ernest the Cat Miller and Glacier.
Oh God!
Can you believe that Glacier is now full-time employed by AEW?
He is?
He is. Shit. He's been working backstage, and Glacier is now a behind-the-scenes guy in AEW.
I have an alarm that's going off right now, guys. Hold on a second.
You're fine, buddy. You're fine. I'll run down this card here, folks, while you got the alarm. So, all right, that's going to be our match there. So we'll see how that goes. Ernest Miller and Glacier versus Psychosis and La Parka. La Parka is the chairman of WCW, that's for sure. Jeremy says Vince loves Columbia, especially the football team. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Next match is going to be Ultimo Dragon versus Silver King. I like me some Silver King, Chris. What about you? Are you a fan of Silver King?
I love me some Silver King. You know what? God rest. He's a pimp, dude. And you know what? You talk about Scott Hall and Kevin Nash being like the definition of cool for the average American. You know what? I'm just going to say this right now. Silver King, absolute. He's a magnet when it comes to the ladies. He oozes charisma, and he is, dare I say,
the Poon Patrol's out when Silver King is coming out.
Good God, the Poon Patrol's out. And you know what? Dare I say, rumors are stating that Mr. Eddie Guerrero stole Latino Heat, the gimmick from
Silver King. Yep. I could believe that. 100% I could believe that. Silver King's he's a pimp, man. That guy's he's something else. Well, our next match is going to be a singles match. It's going to be Jeff Jarrett and Chris Benoit. Should be a pretty good match.
Oh yeah, it will. They always deliver in some way, shape, or form. So, like, I'm excited to watch that. And of course, we're going to get the Jeff Jarrett Dick Dancer outfit. So,
yeah, did he have another outfit in this year, or was it just quite simply the Dick Dancer white outfit that he wore everywhere?
I think that honestly, from what I remember, it was just the white one. I don't know if Jeff lost the rest of his outfits or what.
Maybe it was hard times, baby. Yeah, slap nuts. Still one of my favorite things in wrestling history, Jason, is when Beetlejuice gets nailed by Jeff Jarrett when he calls him slap nuts.
Which is actually posted on our Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen.
It sure as hell is, man. And I love watching that one. It always makes me laugh. So that's a good one. I love it.
Yes.
Well, the next match is going to be Bowling Shoe Ugly. And it's going to be the Faces of Fear, Meng and the Barbarian, versus Mortis and Wrath. love all these characters, love all these guys, and nothing but respect for them. But by God, this is going to be an ugly ass match, I think.
Yeah, this is not going to be good together. Okay,
yeah, it does not go together like the lamb and the tuna fish. These two teams
or pork chops and applesauce, ladies and gentlemen. It
doesn't match. Doesn't match. Well, the next match is for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be the champ Steve Mongo McMichael taking on Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat.
Latino Heat, baby. All right.
I think a fun one.
I think that could actually be a good match.
I think so, too. I think it could be a fun one, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Baby. Now, the next one, I'm not sure this one guy's a cruiserweight, but nonetheless, he's in it. And it's not my first person I'm going to announce tonight. There's a cruiserweight title match. It's going to be Chris Jericho. Yeah, baby. And he's taking on Yuji Nagata.
He's not a cruiserweight.
He's like, if I remember correctly, he's a pretty big guy, man. I don't foresee him being a cruiserweight, but.
Well, I mean, Samoa Joe was a part of the X division, so I
guess. Well, we'll see. The next match, I'm really excited about this one. We got Dean Malenko. This is for the TV championship. We got Dean Malenko taking on Dust Wonder Kid, Alex Wright, and he's going to dance tonight. I can feel it.
Yes, baby, because like last week,
he didn't dance.
He didn't dance. And the thing is that you had that glorious man walk onto our television screens, and you did not give us what we all wanted.
We wanted Alex to dance, and they didn't do it. Now, I guarantee he's dancing tonight, so he's dancing.
He better.
Jude the Dude, what's going on, my friend? How is it going tonight?
Or
Jude?
We will riot.
We will riot if we do not see Alex dance tonight, all right? Damn it.
Exactly.
Then we're going to be checking out in the main event, Lex Luger and Randy Savage. That should be a fun one right there.
Okay, all right. I see that potentially.
I see this being a pretty good card right here.
I do, baby. I see it as well, and I see the light. And you know what? Speaking of seeing the light, from the bottom of my heart, I speak for John, I speak for me, and I speak for Richie. Thank you so much to the support that we've been getting on the Facebook page. 40,000 followers, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. The main goal for the year was 10,000, and you guys have quadrupled it. Thank you.
No doubt about it. Do we ever get an Alex Wright and Disco Inferno dance off? If we don't get it, Jude, we damn sure need it.
We need to riot if that doesn't. I mean,
it is the torture rack time, Jason. Hey, shout out to our winners from this week from the fantasy card. I gotta throw it out. It was a tie down to the end, Chris, and Jeremy ended up picking up the victory just very narrowly over Jude, and both of these guys put together a hell of a card, my friend.
They did.
Hell of a card. Oh, bro, you got to go back and watch some of the cards that these guys did. These guys killed it. And as much as we love Laza booked some in-depth shit. He went into it, man. And like Jason said on the stream, he says, I read the book of John, and Laza was still doing his card when I came back. So
good God. But that's what we love about the fans.
We love that, man. I love the cards, man. I love Lazo put some in-depth stuff into that, man, and it's going to be great. So it was great to see. And I was defeated very narrowly as well by Richie. So I was defeated, Chris. I lost.
You know what? Which I'm going to do, like, the next time, like, we come on, is I'm going to put together my card.
Well, I got one for you guys in a few weeks. I'll announce it Tuesday, but I want you in on this next one because we're gonna get all three of us in on this one for the next one. But I'm not gonna say it tonight. I'll say it next week what it's gonna be.
I got you.
Jude's got a good idea too. He said, "All right, that's what we love, guys. Throw the ideas out to us. Email us on the page. Drop us a message, whatever it is. That's what we do right here, folks. This is all about the fans, for fans, by fans, as Chris always coins. It's all about you guys and what you want to see. So we love those ideas. I think I think Biden watched Laza to prep for his speech.
Oh my God.
I love Laza. He's a great guy. He put so much into that, man. I loved his heart on it. It was great. It was great, man.
Well, I mean,
Did you watch that shit show last night, bro?
Yeah, it was terrible. The guy they definitely can't say that he was on performance enhancers. I mean, I don't know.
He was not. I don't know. I don't think he was on coherent enhancers, man. He needed a pick me up or something. You could have given that man about 14 pots of coffee and it wouldn't have got him going last night.
Did he take sleeping pills instead?
I don't know.
Good
I have
God.
no idea, man. It was a bad it was a bad night for America last night watching those two.
Well, like the messed up part about it is like one person, they couldn't tell the truth to save their lives, and then you have somebody else that they couldn't talk to save their lives.
No, it was entertainment at its finest. But we'll talk about that another night, guys. So we'll leave politics out. We're just having a laugh. We love everybody. So
really quick, we have millions of people within this nation that can run it very, very well. Guess what? We narrowed it down to these two. What the hell are we thinking?
Yeah. That is right there for sure. So it was interesting. Jeremy says, thanks for all the love on Tuesday with the boats, everyone. I have a pending internship in Connecticut right now. He's going to WWE headquarters. Yeah, Jude, send that over, man. Email that up, man. I can't wait to check it out, what it is. It was a fantastic idea to think of while enjoying too many adult beverages. Excellent. So you're going on vacation, Jude, right? I think if you remember saying the other week, you're going on vacation. So
wait, Jeremy's working. He might be working with the WWE.
He's joking with his fantasy booking. An internship to Connecticut.
I got you. I think flat out, my main event. I'm just gonna say like right now for like my fantasy mania would be Hulk Hogan versus Steve Austin.
Hulk Hogan and Steve. All right, interesting. I like it, man.
Because with like the correct booking, that would hands down be the biggest match of all time.
Awesome. So, yeah. Well, in the next few weeks, we'll be doing another fantasy, but it's a totally different spin. So lots of great things coming up, guys. But we're going to watch Nitro. Jude, I'm glad you're going next week, man. I hope you enjoy your time and have a great time off. It's vacation time for many people. And we got the same coming up here on the show for you guys, just to give you a little heads up. I'll be on vacation for a few weeks. Chris has got some stuff he's doing. Richie's got some stuff he's doing.
Me high.
Yeah, Chris is going to see Creed, man. I think that's an awesome one to go to. We got a lot going on, though. So if we're for a few weeks in July and August, we're going to be on vacation. We might have a little less content, so we apologize in advance. And for everybody watching, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit that like button, please, very much. Hit that big thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. And make sure you follow and like the page on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that sub and that bell and that notification. And we're going to be on Nitro right now. Chris, you got it loaded up? You ready to roll, my dude?
I got the cock loaded, brother. Let's do this.
All right. So once again, August 25th, 1997 is where we are at. We are going to go in 3, 2, and 1.
All right.
The old Nitro.
So, okay. You got Mr. Tony Khan. He's hired Glacier. What the hell is Glacier going to add to that company?
I have no idea. He's gonna show him the stunts. You know, the good old Glacier work that he's got.
What's your timestamp? Because like my thing froze
up. Timestamp I got right now is 29 seconds.
Hold on. I'm at 26 right now.
All right.
Okay.
Let me know when you hit 36.
All right. I'm at 39 right now.
All right, cool.
Okay. Are we good now?
We are good.
All right.
I miss the old WCW fireworks that they would just set off like crazy when they would come in.
I do. Same here. And like, I think Mr. Cody Rhodes, he was inspired by these, by the firework display. But like, what you call it? I just want to say this right now. I just completely missed this, and I finished watching the Who Killed WCW documentary series.
I did too.
This is my view on it. Is we went in thinking we would get answers, and we went out getting no answers. It was essentially a bunch of people bitching, moaning, and whining, pointing fingers.
It was the same regurgitated shit we've heard a million times.
Yes, but in like a shorter form. And the thing is, bottom line, which in my opinion, I think the merger, it freaking killed the company. But whenever you have horrible booking, guaranteed contracts, and just people that don't give a shit like within the company, then I don't blame freaking AOL for not wanting them. They were losing money. Period. So
you know, my take back away from it is after watching it. My takeaway from it
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
my takeaway from the whole thing, Chris, is Brad Siegel is a gigantic pile of shit human being. So, gonna throw that out there.
I agree.
Oh, this is from the Clash of the Champions right here. Look at this, Chris. This is the Sting, the first time the Crow theme came out.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you want to start doing clashes again, or
when I get a little time? Yeah. Definitely. When we get some time, let's do it.
I got you. Oh, that is so badass right there. You see him holding that crow.
Yep.
Or is that a vulture?
It's a vulture, I think.
Vulture.
Yeah, that's a vulture.
Do you want to pet?
I love this with the kid narrating it.
Yes. Was this Sting's son?
No, it wasn't. Okay. I don't know who it was, but they did a really good job on it. That's for sure.
They did. Sting's son is training to become a wrestler, which is really cool.
He sure is. Glacier and Kenny Omega are doing a Sub-Zero and Johnny Cage match. Yes. Their announcing crew was pretty darn good. Shivani, Heenan, Zbyszko, Tenay, solid. I agree, Jason. They were phenomenal. Their booking crew, or their announcing crew at this point. They were great, man.
The second greatest crew of all time, in my opinion, behind Gorilla and Bobby. No,
third.
Jesse and Gorilla were really. I mean, like flat out. Yeah.
What about JR and the King?
Okay, you know what? Okay, third. I would say third. All right, I take that back. I got Bobby Heenan and Gorilla number 1. I got JR and Lawler number 2, and then I got Shivani, Mike Tenay, and Larry Zbyszko as number 3. There you go.
Good picks. Yeah. Jude says his daughter-in-law is an up-and-coming wrestler as well. Yeah, I heard about that. She's been training too. I loved this clash and this ending that they did right here with Sting up in the rafters, the Vulture coming out, Bischoff looking like he's scared shitless of this thing.
Oh, good God. And which I simply got to say this with watching like the Who killed WCW. Most of those people hate Russo with a passion.
Do you blame them?
Well, I don't hate the guy.
No, I mean dislike him. I mean, people dislike him, but he obviously had to rub somebody the wrong way, man.
He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, apparently.
But it's always everybody else with him. It's always everybody else. That's the thing, you know.
Well, I mean, whenever you have a narcissistic victim complex, yeah, you're going to justify everybody else for being the reason why you're failing.
Look at Nash bringing the belt up like he's going to whack the fucking Vulture.
Oh my God!
Come on. Boy, oh my God! Selling this bird like it's the worst thing in the world.
Just imagine if Nash would have done this on live television, dude. PETA would go ape shit.
Jason says, "Who? Vince Russo?" Yeah, I know, right, Jason? Yeah. Tony and Dusty, always my favorites. Then Jim Ross and Bob and Bob. You mean
Jerry? Yeah.
Are you talking about Bob Caudle?
Bob
Caudle.
Okay. Yeah. Bob Caudle was decent.
Russo said, bro, 342 times in his Vice interviews for Dark Side of the Ring. Wow. Jesus.
What?
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, Bob Caudle is what. Yep. You know Bob Caudle? You ever listen to him?
Yes, I've had. Which I've heard Bob Caudle before.
Fantastic. I think Bob Caudle's still alive, actually, too. He's in his 90s, I think.
Bob Caudle and Gordon Sully were fantastic. I mean,
I was never a Gordon fan, bro. I never got him. Really? He was always drunk. You know? He was always drunk and surly, but maybe that was his allure with people, you know? I was never a big Gordon fan.
What you call it? Reading the stories in Jim Ross's books about Gordon Sully, like classic stuff. You were not kidding. Jim said that Gordon was drunk very often.
That dude was loaded probably every show that he was on. He probably smoked a pack of unfiltered Camels throughout the entire show and drank about 40 martinis probably.
No, and speaking of loaded, from what I heard, Heenan was loaded.
A lot at the end.
Yeah, because because like Heenan knew like the ship was sinking. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm just
He
gonna."
knew he was getting a paycheck anyways. Look at Eric coming out, oozing that heel heat right now.
Oh man, I absolutely love it. Eric Bischoff. You talk about the definition of cool. Bischoff is up there too, and the more that I watch this stuff, like the more respect I have for Eric, because this is the thing, guys, for good or for bad, there's only one person in the history of wrestling that has ever knocked Vince McMahon on his ass, and it's
him?
this man right here.
Yes, sir. Dude, there was a guy in the crowd that looked like Festus.
Biscuits and gravy!
Chris.
What? What?
Gordon would have been fun for baseball. That's true, Jeremy. He would have been a riot to listen to him through 9 innings.
When it comes like to Festus, make sure you follow him like with a bell and just hit it.
What a stupid gimmick that was.
Yeah, apparently he was drugged up, and then as soon as you hit a bell, he became sober. I mean, that's a Vince McMahon, great idea. So yeah.
Bischoff with a beard. Are you for it or no?
I like it.
It kind of fits him good. It's patchy, but kind of fits him good.
I think Bischoff looks awesome with this, and it's kind of like you said last week. His hair outstanding, and he's one of the few people that look badass with the mullet.
Bischoff's just awesome in general. I'm always a Bischoff guy.
Oh yeah, and like,
dude, look at the kid in the back, in the middle behind Bischoff. He's got a bowl cut right there. Look at him, bro.
God.
Put the coke down, kid, and go get a haircut. That bowl cut's bad.
Dude, like this is pure 90s right here.
It really is. Dude says Festus would be a main event in AEW.
Oh God, yes, he would. Well, the thing is that the bowl cut then is like this era's version of like the Justin Bieber haircut that like the kids would get now. And yeah, so
dude,
like,
look at that kid eating the ice cream right next to the DDP guy too. Put the ice cream down, kid. All right, come on.
The guy with the DDP shirt, he looks like a virgin.
Yeah, he definitely ain't doing DDP yoga. That's for sure.
He's probably somebody that's a big fan of the "it's still real to me, damn it" guy.
Oh, you sacrifice for your bodies.
And one of the wrestlers said, "Okay, dude, calm down."
Oh, JJ Dillon has been on the phone now, Chris, and he has promised he will put that match between Sting and Hollywood Hogan together. Will it come together? Will JJ be able to do it?
I think he will. I mean, and because hell, like he's not very competent to begin with, so I'd like to hope he could.
I had one too, Jeremy. I'm not going to lie. I had a bowl cut too. In fact, I have a bowl cut picture of myself in the other room, but I'm not bringing that shit out because it's bad.
Well, I found like a bunch of like my pictures from being a kid, and you know what? I'm going to post them online for you guys. Some of them are really embarrassing, but yeah, it's going to be. It's funny, like my wife, she was looking at like the pictures the other day, and then she's like, "Holy shit!" With our daughter, she's like, "You cannot deny that child. She looks exactly like you." I said, "Well, is that a good thing?" She's like, "Yeah." So yeah, we can't deny it. Oh, Sting!
He's coming.
Another one.
Right behind him. Is he gonna hit the Scorpion Death Drop? Come on.
I don't want a boy. I'm happy.
Fuck you. We would have a beautiful boy.
I want another girl.
Imagine him with long hair.
Sting is gonna nail Bischoff now.
Sting. Absolute badass Sting right here, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't want to wait because you know he'd be my
All right,
boy.
Chris. I'll even do it. I got a mini bowl cut picture. You want to see it?
Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was a church picture right there. I got longer ones than other ones, but they're not in this room right here.
Did you ever have a rat tail?
brother, I had a rat tail and then some. I rocked that shit out for a couple of years.
Same here. Same
Dude,
here.
you thought you were the man with a rat tail.
Hell yeah.
Chris Jeremy said you remind him of Jack Black.
Thank you.
It's a good reminder.
Okay. Which I love Jack Black. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Well, thankfully, I don't remind you of Joe Biden because you'd probably be falling asleep right now. Anyways, all right.
Sting has got a smile on his face, actually. Can you believe it's been over a year at this point now? Basically, it's been close to a year since, anybody heard Sting talk.
It's crazy. And the thing is that, once again, this was the greatest buildup in the history of World Championship Wrestling, and they completely shit the bed with it.
And it was one of the greatest letdowns ever, too, right?
It breaks my heart, man. It really breaks my heart.
So bad, man. Just how they screwed this shit up. Here's Raven.
We got Raven. Speaking of wrestlers that got screwed by World Championship Wrestling, Raven right here. You talk about somebody that has a phenomenal mind for the business, great within the ring, great promos, but just a miserable asshole. Raven.
Yep. I think he screwed himself too.
He did. And Raven, he said that before, that the fact that he's such an asshole, that ruined so many opportunities for him.
At least he's honest, though.
Yeah, that he said that in drugs. So
yeah, at least he's honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Intelligent guy, though, for sure.
Extremely. If Raven was on like the booking team for like AEW or like the WWE, he could really, really make a huge difference.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think Raven's that smart, though, that he's
a smart guy, but he's one of those types of guys that's a smart personality in his own way. I don't think it would resonate, with a lot of the stuff. Oh, boy, the Nitro girls are here, bro.
Woo, how you doing? All right, speaking
These
of the
dances
Nitro,
they would do, Chris, are the stupidest shit in the world, though.
I agree 1,000%. Speaking of Nitro girls, what did you think about Charmel's riveting perspective on the death of WCW?
It was one of the things I was going to say about it if we talk about it more on the show is, who gives a fuck what Charmel thinks, okay? Like, seriously. She's Booker T's wife. She doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. She was subpar at best. Come on. Yeah. What the fuck what perspective did she bring to anything? So,
I mean,
fuck that,
Booker
man.
definitely does, because freaking Booker's a legend. Okay,
he does, but he kind of rubbed me the wrong way throughout this thing a little bit. I don't know if it was the editing or whatever, and I love Booker T, but he just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Why? Like, did he come off like as arrogant or what?
In some ways, yeah, he kind of did it to me and stuff. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it was the editing or not. Hogan did a lot for him through his career. And he decided to pile on him a little bit. And I know it's easy to pile on Hogan. Some people hate him, and I get it. But I don't think it was justified for some of it. That's just me, though.
Hogan was one of the original freaking advocates.
To save his job when he said the N-word on screen.
Yeah, exactly. Hogan, he unnecessarily gets shitted on for so many things. And the fact is, he's not perfect. He's made mistakes, but you know what? He's atoned for those mistakes, and he's a better person now. And it aggravates the piss out of me that people that would not have freaking careers because of Hogan, without him, they want to shit on him. Not saying that Booker wouldn't have, but people like Brutus the Barber Beefcake and all that want to shit on him. It's like, dude, who the hell do you think you are?
Jeremy makes a good point. The older Booker gets, his bitterness grows. I agree. And I love Booker T. It's not a knock on Booker T. I love Booker T. I just don't like some of the things I hear from him in his perspective sometimes. He really comes across to me sometimes as very I just don't want to listen to him, That's just me, though.
Well, which I love Booker. And like I said, which I've said this before, Booker is the greatest black wrestler of all time, hands down. But the one thing that aggravates the piss out of me is he kisses the WWE's ass wholeheartedly, and it drives me nuts. And he did it during the time before Vince left, where the product was terrible. And he's like, oh, yeah, this, that. It's like, dude, just call out the fact that they suck, man. It's okay.
I would rather listen to fucking Mike Adamle on commentary than Booker T.
Really?
So, yeah. He's the worst commentator ever to me. He is so fucking bad when he is on commentary. Yeah, sadly, Brett is getting just as bad, yeah. Jude says, not Ron Simmons. I got to put Booker above Ron Simmons for me, Jude. What about you, Chris? You going to go Booker above him, too?
Booker.
Yeah. Ron's great, man, but I just got to put Booker above him just because of his title runs.
Whenever it comes, I mean, Booker helped revolutionize like the tag team division. I mean, like the singles division. He busted open so many doors, like for black wrestlers. Ron was the one that initially knocked the door down, but frickin' Booker helped.
Jeremy mentioned somebody right here. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Jeremy mentioned somebody here who really knocked it down first for them, and it was Junkyard Dog. I agree with Jeremy about Junkyard Dog, being a great one that often gets forgotten there.
What about Ernie Ladd?
Yeah, Big Cat Ernie Ladd. I don't put those guys above Booker to me, but JYD, man, he was probably one of the biggest African-American names in the history of professional wrestling. And the things he did in the territories that he did was pretty damn phenomenal.
And someone that does not get mentioned enough, Bad News Brown.
He was great, Bad News Brown. He was a great heel. Tough bastard, too.
He was. And it breaks my heart because he was the main eventer in Stampede Wrestling. And then whenever Vince McMahon bought the territory, he made Bad News Brown, who was Bad News Allen at the time.
Yep.
Essentially a freaking jobber.
No, he wasn't actually. I watched him growing up as a kid. He wasn't, bro. He won a lot of matches.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, which in my opinion, he should have been. I know this is kind of weird, but like the upper mid card,
he was
bottom main event.
He was an upper mid card guy for many, many years there. He really was. I watched him as a kid growing up so much, and he was an upper mid card guy watching the show as a kid to me, from what I remember, Chris. He fell off the wayside a little bit, of course, towards the end, but he had a big part on that show. So, yeah, his feud with Roddy Piper, as Jude mentioned, one of the most controversial things ever. You remember that, Chris, when Piper painted himself half black?
That's one of the things that's censored on the network.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you believe it? Psychosis won.
Yes, this is awesome. Okay, this show, this speaks volumes about this match. That me
Dragon's
and John
out now. He's continued his feud with Sonny.
We didn't. He even acknowledged this match once because it was that bad.
It made no point to it. Silver King's out now. Come on, Silver King, let's go,
dude. Silver King, about 30 seconds prior, his tights were down. So like, I'm just saying.
Sonny Ono is continuing on with his pairing with the Luchadors now. He's not with the Japanese fellows. He's with the Luchadors now.
The Silver King, the Poon King.
Poon King. Yep.
I
like Hacksaw. I like Hacksaw Butch Reed too, Jeremy. I thought Hacksaw Butch Reed was a good performer. Seemed like kind of an asshole though, that kind of got in his own way too. But he was a good performer. He definitely has a big impact.
Would you put New Jack within like that conversation as one of like the greatest black wrestlers of all time?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, he was phenomenal with the extreme stuff, but no, I wouldn't. No way.
I gotcha.
No disrespect to New Jack. I mean, in his legacy, I love the gangsters in ECW. I fucking love him, man. We were talking about him a few months ago here on the show, and dude was a bad dude, man. I wouldn't want to piss off Jerome Clark New Jack, man. What was his name? Jerome Clark or something?
Yeah. Jerome Clark. Which is funny because I've had some people message me saying, whenever like you mentioned the African American wrestlers, why don't you ever bring up The Rock? And this is the thing, guys. Not that we don't acknowledge that, but we put him more within like the category of a Samoan wrestler. So just saying.
Chris, who wears more baby oil on them, Silver King or Iron Mike Sharp?
Iron Mike Sharp by a country mile. Okay.
Silver King's got a fucking shit ton on him.
Dude. the Poon King, okay? Like those ladies, like they were massaging him, okay? I'm just saying.
Dude, look at his wrestling tights that he's got on. It's those, he's got like a belt into
Why?
it.
Why?
I have no idea.
Why do you need a belt if it's fitted correctly?
I have no idea. What's going on, Derek? Derek says he's no Booker, Junkyard, or Simmons, but I got to show some love to R-Truth in this conversation. How do we leave him out? Good point, Derek.
Okay. As in terms of one of the greatest performers of all time, when it comes to the entertainment value, freaking R-Truth, top 5 all time for the African American performers, hands down. I'm just saying, R-Truth is amazing.
He sure is. He sure is, man. R-Truth was and still is amazing.
The in-ring matches, there's a lot to be desired with R-Truth.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, R-Truth has had some great matches in his time. He's had some good ones. He's a good performer.
I think that he's a decent wrestler, but I wouldn't put him up there like with like a Booker T when it comes to the in-ring ability. But the thing is like with R-Truth, he was a reason why, partially why I fell in love like with the NWA, like with like the TNA wrestling.
When he was Ron the Truth.
Yep. And he was the first ever black NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So like just saying, guys, and he was, which it was K Crush at the time, and then he became, it was Ron the Truth. Yeah, no,
we're definite fans of his TNA stuff, Jude and Derek, 100%, man. He
the
was
Three
great.
Live Crew with him, with freaking Conan, with Road Dogg, amazing stuff.
Jeremy wants to know opinion on Norman Smiley. I love Norman Smiley. Great worker. How can you not love the Big Wiggle?
We put him over all the time.
Screaming Norman Smiley.
Norman is a hell of a technician, a great performer, and like flat out, I just an amazing person. I love him.
I'm a huge fan of Norman Smiley's stuff that he did. He was one of the few shining stars to me at the end of WCW. The guy was fucking funny.
Yeah, which I have to say, Norman, Stacy Keebler, 3 Count, as crazy as that sounds, Booker, and like a few other people were like the remaining vestiges of positivity within that company before it completely went.
There wasn't many, that's for sure.
No,
there wasn't many at the end. One day we'll eventually get to that point, years down the road. Loves Ultimo Dragon, man, with his drop kick that he does there. That guy gets some freaking air on his drop kicks.
Well, brother, we got 2.5 years worth of nitros to do before we get there.
Yeah, it'll be at least 4 or 5 years before we get to that point, God willing.
Works for me.
Dude, Dragon work, man. The way that he just hits those kicks and those chops when he does them, man. Such a great worker.
I mean, and the thing is that Silver King, you can tell that he is exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he gets so much poon. I mean, it's just, he's worn out.
The ladies had him up all night the night before.
They did.
Right? You know, the man had to get some sleep for this match, but, you know.
And just to let you guys know that Silver King does not have a receding hairline. That's from the women pulling his hair.
Yep, just yanking that shit out, man, because he's that much of a stud. Okay. Norman versus Virgil. Winner gets dinner at the Olive Garden.
Yes.
I can't go against the meat sauce master. All right.
Dude.
Can't go against Virg.
Virgil is smashing breadsticks in heaven right now.
Dude, he sure is. I miss the Virgil cameos.
Yes, I love the Virgil cameos.
Remember the one when we did the cameo segments for a while on the show and Virgil's balls were hanging out?
Yeah. You know what? We should start doing that. Like, we should bring back the cameo of the week again. That'd be great.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find some. Let's see if they're still up. Come on. There they are. He still got it. They're still up. Let's see. Come on.
Because our favorite, he took his page down. Part of the Young Stallions. if your daughter's had her
Virgil.
period, or you guys have a bar mitzvah, I'll gladly.
Jim Powers.
Okay. Silver King, he would have easily won this match within 15 seconds, but he was just worn out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Nice win by Dragon. It was actually a good match with Silver King.
I agree 1,000%. We got the NWO music playing. Oh, by the way, speaking of the NWO, because I've been posting matches from the NWO Saturday Night Show, which I never knew before discovering those clips that show happened. Which is really cool. Which I had no idea that they did that. But like the most recent match I posted, it was between the Big Show and Pat Tanaka from NWO Saturday Night. So yeah, absolute classic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Scott Hall and the Macho Man. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the Virgil cameos for a second. They're still up.
That is awesome. And the thing is that and one thing too, because me and John, we've been talking, guys, and believe it or not, one of our highest rated wrestlers when it comes to views on Facebook is Goldberg. For some reason, you guys love to watch Goldberg, and he gets us tens of thousands of views. Within like the past month, Goldberg alone has gotten us over like 1 million views.
Can we attribute that to Bret Hart bashing him, or is it just people's love of Goldberg?
I think a mixture of both.
I think
Excuse
so too.
me. But because of like my love for Bret, you guys will see within like the descriptions that I always put Bill Goldberg, aka Goldberg.
You don't want fucking Bret coming after you.
I don't.
They'll be
I love
calling
Bret.
you names. Look at Scott Hall here. I love this guy.
Yeah,
They got a new member of the NWO. Let's see who is it.
Dude, this breaks my heart that those three are not around anymore.
It's crazy when you think about it, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I love about these platforms, because we can always go back in time and just relive these memories with these people.
They have announced that DDP is now part of the NWO. They're excited to announce it.
Oh, does this lead to that clip where he shakes Scott Hall's hand and then gives a diamond cutter? And like,
No, that was way before.
Shit.
Yeah, that was way before.
Diamond cutter.
I love the black and white madness that Macho comes out with at this point in time.
I think this is the best look he's ever had.
Oh, it was a good one for sure.
I love it. That and like the look that he had before, in like '99.
When he was all jacked up on steroids.
Good God, yeah. But he looked amazing. And
was that the Pimp Macho Man you're talking about?
Yes.
Where he's coming out with the three ladies?
Yes, like the Pimp Macho Man. And the thing is that like he could barely move like within the ring. It was pretty much he did like the axe handle smash, clothesline, and like the elbow drop. That's pretty much all he did. So yeah, very limited. All right.
It is wild to think that none of these guys are with us anymore.
I know. And Scott and Macho, it was both freaking an accident. It was. Macho had a heart attack while driving. Scott Hall, I think that was like post-surgery. Like he broke his hip or something. He fell or something. I don't.
Yeah, I think he had fallen and had a stroke or something. I could be wrong though. I don't want to say something if I don't know for sure. But I know he had a fall.
And Nash talked about it on a show, so you guys can look that up, and it's more detailed. And Miss Elizabeth, which unfortunately, she overdosed on pills.
Yeah, sad times.
Yeah.
Sad thing to think about.
Dude, this intro for
WCW Saturday Night.
I loved it.
The good old days.
One of like my favorite stages of all time is like the Saturday night stage with the doors that open and
with Center Stage in Atlanta when they would do it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely amazing. And which I gotta say, within like the WWE right now, like their stage setups, I love it because it's a lot simpler, and it makes it makes everything look bigger within the ring.
I love this old WCW stage that they did right at this point in time, though. Too. I mean,
It's one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to think what you guys think about it. Do you guys like the old WCW stage as well? But I love it, man. I think it's great.
I think they should bring back WCW.
Nah, let it be. Let it die. It's dead.
Okay.
Let what's dead stay dead to me. And look at the last time they brought it back, and did with ECW. So,
yeah,
that didn't go so well, did it?
Yeah, that's true. But ECW is doing good for us because like that, we get hundreds of thousands of views when it comes to like the ECW matches we post.
People love them though because they were good though. They were fun to watch.
Oh yeah, like without a doubt. Like the most recent one we posted, it was the Big Show versus Sabu for the ECW Championship.
Well, somebody called it out. I saw in there. I don't get a chance to go to all the comments. And somebody's like, "This isn't ECW." No shit, dude. We know, but it was the WWE's version of it. Okay. No shit.
Yes.
All right. We know it wasn't the best version of it. We get it.
There was a really angry fan the other day. I'm trying to remember the comment, and the Hogan beer thing that I posted, and this guy he was completely angry and saying that he was a racist and this and that, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you're entitled to your opinion, but like within our forums, within like our page, we want to encourage a sense of fun and like a sense of freaking positivity. Once again, you got people that make mistakes. We all do. Like, we're not perfect. And if someone has atoned and they've changed for the better, stop digging up shit that like they don't behave with anymore. Period. Just saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like we got Diamond Dallas Page and Gene Okerlund. All right.
I think they're going next to this match with him and Hall. I think comes up here very soon.
What, at Fall Brawl?
No, they do the NWO versus WCW at Fall Brawl in the main event. I don't remember if Hall is in DDP getting in a matchup. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't, because they kind of did it differently with Fall Brawl this year. It was everybody that was involved in the Horseman skit that was in that match.
God.
Because remember, the Horseman skit's coming up next week.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Tonight is the Arn Anderson one, where they get Kurt Hennig to do it. So
my spot,
the spot,
your spot,
liver spot. Average carpentry skills. Let's see. Fall Brawl. This is the card for Fall Brawl. Just gonna go through it here really fast. It is Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Jericho for the Cruiserweight title. The Steiner brothers against the Harlem Heat for the 9 millionth time. So, Yep. Alex Wright and Ultimo Dragon. Jeff Jarrett and Malenko. Wrath and Mortis against the Faces of Fear. The Giant versus Scott Norton. Lex Luger and DDP against Scott Hall and Macho Man in a no DQ match. And then it's the NWO Buff, Nash, Six, and Conan taking on the Horsemen. Benoit, McMichael, Flair, and Kurt Hennig in the War Games match.
Yeah, that lineup sounds average.
It's like Arn Anderson's carpentry skills. It's average at best.
Yes.
Jeremy says, I'd be okay with WCW honoring the night next year for the 30th anniversary of Nitro. I would be for like that too. I would love to see something like that for like one night. But to bring it back full time, I just couldn't, Chris. I couldn't see it.
I got you. I mean, you got the WCW legend AJ Styles. I mean, like he could honor. And some people they're like, "What?" Yes, Styles was signed with the within World Championship Wrestling for like a couple months before they went out of business.
Here comes Benoit now.
Did you know that Chris Harris was a part of World Championship Wrestling as well?
Yes, I did. Right at the end.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that company had the pleasure of being infected with the
Wildcat.
With the Wildcat.
And we're not talking about Wildcat Willie here, folks. Okay.
Which is the mascot of our show, by the way. I'm just saying. Shout out to Wildcat Willie.
Jam up guy Wildcat Willie is.
Willie, your check is in the mail. So I'll let you know.
He'll get his residuals for 25 cents.
He is. Okay. I'm just saying. Braden Walker, I can't believe you know what? If they used the Braden gimmick, World Championship Wrestling would have lasted a week and a half longer.
Yeah, RVD almost signed with them full time. Thank God he didn't. He was supposed to be the Glacier gimmick was supposed to go to RVD.
What?
Yeah. They had originally thought about doing the Glacier gimmick with him. Can you believe that?
That would have been freaking career suicide. I'm glad Rob was smart enough not to do that.
I think it worked out better for Rob, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Rob's a legend. So yeah, I think that he definitely smart.
Dude, he has no other outfits than this white dick dancer outfit at the time, Chris.
People want to talk shit about Vader's outfits smelling, but like with Jarrett, with that same exact one, would you imagine?
Bro, he has literally worn this every fucking week for like the last year that he's been at WCW, it seems.
Yeah, and he leaves the company, I believe, soon. And
over the next few months, I think, is when he leaves.
And he shows up in the WWE, and he does like those work shoot promos where he calls out Steve Austin, and then Steve Austin, he shows up, he gives him the stunner, and that's essentially Steve saying, "Fuck you, you're not in my league. We're not working together.
I want nothing to do with this."
Yep.
Well, that went back to Steve's, dislike with what's it called, with Jerry Jarrett for how he treated him back in the day.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Steve was, a starving young wrestler, and Jerry Jarrett really didn't give two shits about him, and basically told him to suck it up, and didn't really matter. So, that's why he was kind of upset. Steve was always a passionate and temperamental guy too. Let's be realistic. Love Steve Austin, but he wasn't always the easiest guy to work with, I don't think.
Well, yeah, true, but Steve, he's got the philosophy too: treat others the way that you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
Which we're all that same way, because you never know, ladies and gentlemen, you might have to cross a bridge later on, so don't light it on fire.
Yep, that's the facts right there, buddy. I'll tell you, when you watch Benoit in the ring, man, that guy can work.
Oh my God, yes.
He had such just like crisp movements and everything that he did. Everything he did looked like it hurt and it was stiff. But
I agree 1000%.
He just was a guy that was just born to be a pro wrestler, was this guy.
Do you know a dream match that I would love to see? And yes, I know they've wrestled before, but a prime Benoit versus a prime Randy Orton.
That'd been fun.
That would have been amazing.
That'd been fun. Jeff picks up a victory there right off the superplex off the top. He gets a nice pin. A good quick match there.
Yeah, it served its purpose.
Yeah, it was quick. It was good.
WCW, baby.
That's how WCW rolls sometimes. Oh, now we get the Nitro girls in the ring.
Oh, the smoke is from the Giant. I'm just letting you know that right now. That's
his carton that he's got in one puff. What are they doing? Where this is like the Saved by the Bell episode with the Nitro girls here. That they look like the Hot Fudge Sundays. You remember that episode with with Lisa and Jesse and Kelly Kapowski dancing? They look like they're in the Hot Fudge Sundays group here.
Yes. Good God, they were. Whew.
Gene, what a stud Gene is too. Who's coming out now? Please,
dude.
Let's see. Dude, Wildcat Willie, there he is. That's not Michael J. Fox from Teen Wolf. That's Wildcat Willie on the left side. Chris, look at him.
Oh, dude, absolutely a stud. Okay, thank you. Great news. The WWE, they just sent me an email. They're going to send us 35 cents for this.
Dude, Wildcat's on camera now. Look at him go.
Good for him.
What a stud, man. He's got all the Nitro girls with him, too.
Hell yeah.
Dude, he's living his best life, Wildcat Willie.
There were rumors that the genius, what's his name?
Lenny Poffo?
Laney Poffo was Wildcat Willie.
It was Jeeves from...
I know.
Yeah. It would have been made sense. Lanny Poffo got paid for about 4 years or 5 years in WCW to never have a match. So,
all because of his brother.
That's when you know you got clout right there. When they hire your brother. Yep, he gets a 6-figure salary to do nothing for 5 years.
So, how much was Lanny making? Like $300,000 a year or something like that.
I bet you he was probably making $100,000 a year or something. Look at this shirt, Chris. It has 10 rules to watching WCW Nitro. One of them is a dig at Raw, or it's the 10 reasons to watch WCW Nitro. Get ready to party. Look at Wildcat Willie giving up his sign to that chick in the back.
Yeah.
What a good guy he is, Wildcat, man. I'm telling you, he's a very giving fella, isn't he?
He is, man. Just absolute a giver. He's a hugger. He's a performer. He's everything under the sun. I wonder if he had Kenny Wildcat Willies, and he met a Wildcat Winnie. And
dude, you knew Wildcat Willie had a lot of ladies out around there. Okay, you know that for a fact. We've listened to the war stories behind the scenes.
Yeah. We have.
This shit's X-rated, folks. He can't tell you this on camera.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be on my best behavior because Meng and the Barbarian are coming out now, and I know this match is going to be awful, but I love both of these men and their in-ring capabilities. And they will beat the shit out of any one of us anytime they want. I'm not saying anything but nice things.
I agree 1,000%.
Barbarian, Chris said that your matches sucked last week. And
whoa. Hey,
right?
hey.
He did. I think he's a mat technician, and he has classic battles in the ring. And I think he's a jam-up guy. And even just as good as him is Haku Meng.
Yeah.
Chris, though, to Meng, if Meng's out there listening somewhere, Chris talks shit about him all the time.
Yeah.
Said that he could take Meng out anytime he wants. Like that.
I would not even challenge him when it comes to no.
He said it, Meng. Okay.
No,
sir. He said it. He's my partner, but I have no part of this one.
I will. Don't you make me call nails, okay?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Okay.
You set me up with him. All right. I'm setting you up with Meng. I guarantee you, Meng's a lot more dangerous than nails. All right.
What if I set you up with the Hawk Tua girl? Okay, I will. And spit on that thing. Anyways, it will not end well for you.
I saw a funny clip of this guy that posted this shit up. He's like, everybody's talking about this damn Hawk Tua girl. He's like, she's copying the one and only legend himself, the Iron Sheik. And he's like, the Iron Sheik will humble Hawk Tua and break that goddamn back of hers.
That's actually true.
It is true. It is true.
Hawk Tua. Yeah, I spit on you.
Can you believe that in today's world that a chick like that is going viral and probably going to make just tons of money off of going Hawk Tua?
Yeah, Well, you look at that girl that was on Dr. Phil, the Cash Me Outside, and she's a millionaire now.
Well, they had the girl from the Edmonton Oilers that flashed her tits, and she just posed for Playboy.
Wow.
Yeah, probably cashed it in, made a cool $500,000, $1 million or whatever, and is on is on Playboy now. Good for her. Good for people that can cash in on that stuff. I'm all about it.
But John, me and you, we have to scratch and claw for every little thing we get. But we appreciate it more.
We do. Create some crazy meme, and then we'll be something like that too. We'll get to cash in on that 15 minutes. All right. I mean, look at the guy that was on American Idol, that William Hung or something. She bangs.
She bangs. She bangs.
I mean, that guy's still making money to this day off of that shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're grateful for like the growth we're having because like literally our page gets millions of views per month. So like flat out, I'm grateful. I'm blown away. I'm humbled, and I know you are as well.
You ain't no damn Hawk Tua girl.
No. We're not Hawk Tua, but the fact is that we will make it big one day. It's just we got to be patient and we got to steer the course.
Amen. Hopefully, James Vandenberg is running through the ring now as Barbarian's chasing him.
Oh,
I can't even run with my leg, and I'd run like Michael Johnson in the Olympics if I had Barbarian or Haku coming after me. Woo! No, thank you.
How much cocaine do you think James Mitchell's done before this match?
Probably a good amount.
Okay, I got you.
He looks more like a guy that does like mushrooms and acid.
He does
the hallucinogenics. That's the type of guy he looks like to me.
Oh yeah, and we got friend of the show, Wrath, and Mr. Brian Clark. And speaking of people that you wouldn't want to fuck with, okay?
No,
Brian Clark, I would not want to.
He has such a great look too, and it's just
he does. It's a shame.
It really is. He had a phenomenal look to him, man.
He should have been like world champion.
I mean, he got saddled with these dumbass gimmicks like Wrath and Atom Bomb and stuff.
The Night Stalker was one of his gimmicks as well.
I mean, I loved Chronic as a tag team. I thought they were great.
I think the WWE, they jumped the shark way too soon, and they got pissed about like the performance between Chronic and the Brothers of Destruction.
It wasn't that bad. Remember we watched it?
It was. Oh yeah, which wasn't that bad at all. Just imagine if they would have looked past that and they would have let them stay. What they could have done, and it would have added more credibility within the Alliance storyline. But it is what it is.
Life happens sometimes. It's the wrong time, wrong place, so to speak. I guess it just didn't all work out. I didn't think they needed to go back to developmental like WWF was trying to do at the time to send them to like OVW.
Not even close.
No. I mean, maybe if you're going to let them, for a week or two, get some reps into there if they've been off TV for a while or something. I'm all whatever for that. But yeah, they really, to me, they really didn't give that a shot. But
yet they got Jade Cargill out weekly doing her stuff. I'm sorry.
She's getting a little better in the ring, a little bit. She has her botches and stuff too, but she's got a great look.
Oh yeah, she's got a phenomenal look, but in my opinion, she's the shits in the ring. Like she's very hard to watch. She's on the Bella Twins level for me.
Really?
Yes, she's a horrible wrestler right now. Not saying that she can't get better. As soon as the bell rings with her, I can't do it. I can't watch.
They're going to really have to take the training wheels off of her soon. And
they will.
They will, and you're going to really see if she's improved on certain things, and it remains to be seen. I think she has the look of a champion for sure.
She does.
Jesus,
I agree,
man. Meng almost got decapitated right there with Mortis landing on his head wrong.
What match are you looking?
This match is bad, bro.
It's terrible. What match are you looking forward to at Forbidden Door?
They got Forbidden Door coming up. When is it?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's go through the Forbidden Door card really fast.
Takahashi versus Daniel Bryan. I don't know.
Let's see what we got. I didn't even honestly know it was tomorrow. I didn't even know it was coming
versus
up.
Will Ospreay is the main event.
All right, let's check this out. What do we got for the card? Hold on, guys. All right, so here's our card here. Come on, let's go through it, Chris. All right. Let's see. 1 second, and I'll get it. What do we got?
All
right. It's on Triller TV. Okay. And it is AEW versus New Japan Wrestling, I guess is what they're building this as. I think there's other promotions in there too, right? Is CMLL or something in it?
Yeah, that and New Japan.
All right, so we got for the world title Swerve versus Will Ospreay. Then we have for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, we have Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito. Okay.
I don't
Then
care.
we have an AEW TNT Championship 6-way ladder match. Kensuke Takashita versus Jack Perry versus Mark Briscoe versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush.
Jack Perry's going to win that.
I think you're probably right. Who's the fucking champ?
Nobody right now.
Who was it before that they had to vacate it or something?
Edge.
There we go. All right, so we're getting a new champion. We have Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa with. All right.
Poor Tony.
Poor Tony is right. The AEW TBS Championship and the Strong Women's Championship. It's a title for title match, Chris. Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vaquer.
What?
Vaquer. If I said that wrong, I'm not being disrespectful. Stephanie Vaquer versus Mercedes Moné, Chris. All right. Then we have Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay.
Giving a Fonzie A to that one.
Hey.
Shingo Takagi versus Bryan Danielson in an Owen Hart men's tournament quarterfinal. All right.
Is this show going to be like 6 hours long?
I guess.
Jesus Christ.
It's sounding long here. Then we have a trios match. We have the Elite. We have Okada, Jackson, and Nick and Matt Jackson and Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Scissor Me guys, the Acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. So Tanahashi and the Acclaimed. We have MJF versus Hechichiro. All right. We have the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho.
Still reading off.
I'm still reading matches here, bro. The Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Brian Keith, and Big Bill taking on Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. Chris Statlander against Willow Nightingale.
Jesus Christ!
This fucking thing is going to be the longest card ever, bro. Wow.
So
no way in fucking hell you would catch me watching that man. I'm sure it's going to be some good matches.
Was that like 13 matches used?
Bro, I don't even know how many I just read off. I think that was the equivalent of reading the Bible right there, you know.
Good God.
Something. Double A's here, though. The Horsemen. They're bringing in the big guns to get Kurt Hennig right into the Horsemen to get an answer. He's bringing out his best friend.
Well, I mean, best friend at the time, because like right now, they're on hard times with their relationship, ladies and gentlemen, right now.
Bro, Arn's hair at this time is just the worst.
Good God. Why doesn't he just shave his head?
I love Arn too, but those glasses are like the 90s pedophile looking glasses that people, you know, like you'd see the pedophiles wearing. Am I lying on this or am I right?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And he looks like your typical 90s drunk uncle at a barbecue.
I love Double A, but you're so true.
I love Double A legend. Me and John have nothing but the utmost love and respect for Arn. He's one of the all-time greats, but Jesus Christ, that look.
Bro, this Arn promo is very passionate, though. It's a shot down my spine.
A shot,
and he tapped me on the back and said, Double A, when are you coming back?
I need to slap in the face of reality, ladies and gentlemen.
I can just think right now of next week when we watch the for the millionth time. We've done it a few times on the show, but we love it.
Yeah.
Of the Horsemen getting parodied by the NWO. I just can't. I always love watching that.
Oh yeah. Like without a shadow of a doubt, I'm excited. Like my spot, your spot, whose spot? Is that Carl's spot? Yes. But no,
the hero of that right there was Waltman. Man, he was so good.
He was.
All of them were.
With Ric Flair, whenever like he played Flair and he was crying, absolutely, it was outstanding.
He had the little tear jerking machine, connected to him, and it's just shooting tears everywhere the whole time. It was phenomenal.
Just like, I can't help it. I love you. I take a dump and I start crying. I mean, well, sometimes you got to. I mean, it's tough.
It saddens me to think, that Rick and Arn aren't friends anymore.
I agree 1,000%.
And I'm not putting that on Arn. We weren't there, but you can only imagine how hard Rick it was to deal with, I'm sure. And it's a shame to think that, pettiness got involved or whatever, and they weren't friends. They're not like friends like they once were. It's sad to see.
I think, with all due respect, I mean, Rick, he's just become a bitter, old, drunk asshole. That's just the way that I perceive it. And the fact is that I understand, Rick, you're a legend, you're this, you're that, but this is the thing. You have the option of where you can live a fulfilling, happy life and like you can share it with others, or you can be such a miserable human being that you die alone and miserable. And it seems like he's heading towards that direction. But
yep.
And like that footage, when it came to him at the restaurant, did not do him any favors at all.
Yeah, it was sad to see.
Yeah. And it's like, do you know who I am? Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, man. Stop. Don't
get over it, right?
Yeah, dude. You get over yourself. Just...
You could see the love that Rick had for Arn as his friend here as they're coming out as he's doing this promo right here. I mean, you look at his eyes and you can see the sadness that his best friend can't wrestle anymore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
He's giving him his spot. Come on, Kurt Hennig. Give him an answer.
Speaking of the whole spot thing, like with your dog spot, what was the process like with the Westminster show? Like, did they require you to send like a videotape or what?
They require you to send in Polaroids. It cannot be any type of regular digital things. It was Polaroids. It had to be specifically Polaroids, Chris.
Oh wow!
And they also required you to send in a stool sample from the dog. They had to test it for various reasons.
For diseases, of course.
Yep. And then you had to do the equivalent of the Baton Death March walk with him or her to show you that they are capable of following, the commands and the rigors of the Westminster Dog Show.
It happens.
And if they get through that, they have to make sure that all their pets are spayed and neutered. And Bob Barker has to give you his seal of approval.
Wow.
It was a very rigorous process, Chris.
Dude, wow. Well, from what I heard, the main guy that ran it got busted for having nudes of dogs that were not of age. And that's why the Westminster show got shut down for a couple of years.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
The guy was a dogophile.
Yeah. His name was Floyd.
Floyd.
Yep. Freddie Joe Floyd, actually. He was very, very popular breeder once upon a time of cockapoos.
Damn. Cockapoos, yes.
The Cockapoo Terrier hound mix was his hybrid creation.
Dude, and mixed with the pit bull, with the dachshund, man, absolute vicious.
It was actually the pit bull dachshund chihuahua mix.
Dude, wow, that's outstanding.
That was an experiment that didn't pan out all the way, though.
It didn't. Because apparently, the dog's head was way too big for its body, so essentially the dog had to walk backwards. Just to maintain the weight. So just saying, guys.
Freddie Joe Floyd was a hell of a guy, though. He was a jam up guy in my opinion.
He was a part of the full-blooded Italians, apparently. Yep. So I'm just saying, just But all right.
Dude, Eddie
so
Guerrero is fucking jacked to the gills at this point, bro.
yeah. Do you think Eddie was on roids at this time?
He was 1,000%. He was on roids.
Okay,
He was on roids for a long period of his career.
Because I know towards the end, I hate saying this, but I think he was on them before he passed. Because
I would imagine. Didn't he have an enlarged heart or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it's usually attributed to steroid usage.
I think it was between steroids and like drugs. Essentially, that's.
I think he'd been sober for a while though from drugs. I think it was just a lot of effects to it. Did you see that fucking DDT that almost decapitated Mongo right there?
Yes. Good.
That just missed right there.
This match is extremely clunky.
Pretty much every match here except for the Silver King match has been clunky. Hey, Chris, could you take the reins just for a minute or two, please? A couple minutes, please.
I got you, brother.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Mongo and Eddie, baby. Mongo, we got the NFL Hall of Famer Mongo McMichaels, ladies and gentlemen, and we got the WWE Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero. Like, they're going at it in the ring. And if you guys want to support Mongo McMichaels, go to It's oblivionshirts.com/Team Mongo. Every single thing that is bought, 100% of the proceeds goes towards helping Mongo McMichael's battle with ALS, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Tilt-A-Whirl Slam by Mongo McMichaels against Guerrero. Absolute stomp, kick, Tilt-A-Whirl, tackle. It's unique, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an amazing night. This is, according to Tony Schiavone, this is going to go down as one of the most incredible nights in the history of professional wrestling. And this is the thing, guys. Like with Tony Schiavone, it seems like every single Nitro, no matter how bad the lineup was, he would always say this is the most historic night in the history of wrestling. And which I understand. You got to toe the company line, Tony. You got to toe it because they're paying your bills. But it's okay sometimes to say, hey, this show's average at best. Because at the end of the day, the fans, they appreciate honesty more than anything. So, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, Mongo, he picked up the big upset win against Eddie Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing, baby, if you will. So like we got Mean Gene Okerlund, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely going nuts right now. You talk about the Poon King, okay? Mr. Mean Gene, he's the Poon Prince. So just saying. All right, we got Rey Mysterio Jr. coming out pre-steroids. He's injured. He has a serious knee injury. And I think with this interview, this might be setting up an attack, ladies and gentlemen, where like somebody like they're attacking the leg of Rey Mysterio. Let's see what happens. And once again, for the individuals that are going to watch this later, we say thank you. For the ones that have joined us live, we say thank you. Me and John are greatly appreciative. Speaking for John, speaking for Richie. And like, once again, guys, 40,000 followers on our page. We're blown away. We're grateful. And you know what? Every single week that we do this content, and you guys give us the ability to, we will never ever take that for granted. So thank you so much, guys. All right. So, okay. So like, Rey Mysterio said that he's going to go visit Jim Andrews in Alabama the very next day to get a definitive answer on his knee. We got Conan coming out, essentially to pick the bones, I guess you could say. So, like, it's going to be unique, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Ray is going to do. Oh, God. Freaking Conan says, once you get yourself a Happy Meal before I break your other leg. Oh, God. Oh, wow. So frickin' Conan is laying hard into like the frickin' Cholo gimmick. This is so stereotypical, guys. I'm sorry. But I understand once again, frickin' Mr. Conan, he had a job to do. And but yeah, like it's just kind of like the whole Cholo gimmick thing. Thankfully, like that's frowned upon. So we got the Giant. He came out and he's like, "Hey, Ray, your family." No. Ray's like, "Giant, your family." So, so the Giant. This was between his first and second run with the NWO. Because by God, you talk about somebody that went back and forth when it came to heel and babyface changes. Good God. All right. So, like, we got Eric Bischoff coming out. He is right by the announcer's desk. You got those three gentlemen. They're looking at Bischoff in disgust. They're like, what the hell are you doing here, man? What you doing here? So, all right. Even Bobby Heenan's like, dude, like, we don't want no trouble, man. We just want to do our jobs. Leave us alone, man. Your organization has caused enough damage to us. Cut your losses and get out of here. That's pretty much what Eric Bischoff's saying. So we got Bischoff. He's ran off Tony Schiavone and no, wait. He ran off Mike Tenay and Bobby Heenan. Now it is Bischoff and Schiavone. A diet drink. So, like, essentially, you got Bischoff saying, hey, Schiavone, why don't you get a diet drink? He gave him water. He says, you should give it a try while rubbing his belly. So, essentially, he's fat shaming him, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't right. It's wrong. We don't fat shame here in America. It's wrong. It is what it is. So apparently, Bischoff, he's threatening. He's threatening. I forgot who. I think it's Flair. About a 50-foot restraining order, and if he's within 50 feet, guess what? He's going to jail, baby. All right. So we got Yuji Nagata, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, from what a lot of people say, he's a legend within Japan. I'll be blunt with you guys. I have respect for like the Japanese wrestling style and like the impact that Japan has had on the wrestling business. However, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Because you guys know, like for me personally and for John, that we love characters. We love stories, and like the in-ring is fine, but if there's if there's no story to go along within the characters, then it's hard for us to care. Okay, so like we got the Cruiserweight champion Chris Jericho. Come on, baby. He's facing Yuji Nagata right now. It's going to be absolutely amazing, baby, if you will. And this is for the Cruiserweight Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an impactful, hard-hitting match. In Jericho, he's wrestled all over the world. He's wrestled in Germany, Mexico, Japan. And he's picked up things along the way. Canada, he's wrestled in. He's wrestled in Bahrain. And the fact is that Jericho, he's my GOAT. I don't know who your GOAT is, but just like my spot, you know, your GOAT, my GOAT, everybody's GOAT. For me, my GOAT's Jericho. So, Jericho, it's amazing and fascinating just to look at this and see where he started to where he's at now. And don't get me wrong, It's hard to watch Jericho now. I love Jericho, but I feel like Jericho should retire. But watching this stuff, it's just so silky smooth, and just within the ring, Jericho, he's laying the foundation even further and building upon it, showing why he was so amazing. So yeah, guys. So like I said, you look at Jericho here, and then you look at him now, and you wouldn't think they would necessarily be the same person, because I mean, Jericho, like, he's part of the learning tree now, ladies and gentlemen. He is the learning tree. And are you guys branches within that tree? Because I know I am.
You are a branch in a learning tree.
I am. Big Bill is, and so is Brian Keith. The do you know how tall Brian Keith is?
How tall is he?
He's like 5'4".
Is he really?
Yeah, he's really short.
Wow,
and apparently, the octopus, what's his name? He's married to Jordan Grace.
Jordan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan Gresham. Sorry.
He's like 5'5".
Hey, fair enough, man.
And he's a great wrestler, but he's upset that the WWE or that the AEW, they haven't signed him. Well, the fact is, like, with all due respect,
I thought he was with Ring of Honor.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's with Ring of Honor. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but I think he's with Ring of Honor.
Okay. Well, never mind. I did not know that. I stand corrected. But but like the WWE, I think he's a great wrestler. I just think that he doesn't have a character at all, except masks. Look at my mask today.
I don't really know anything about him. I haven't really watched his stuff. I've seen the mask stuff that he does a couple of times. That's about it. And there is no way in fuck Yuji Nagata is a cruiserweight.
No. He's essentially Gresham is ripping off the Great Muta. So gotcha. Yeah. So it is what it is.
This is sad. Jericho's doing his best, and Nagata are doing their best here in this match. They're
no one cares.
Nobody cares. Nice suplex there by Nagata.
Oh yeah, like without a doubt. And what's it called? Who is the wrestler that Bischoff had like the 50-foot the trespass against? Was it Flair? Because he's like, if you come 50 feet within like my distance, you're going to be going to jail.
Wasn't it the Giant?
The Giant. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was the Giant. Dude, Jericho is like just chasing him down here. Nagata is kind of lost right now in the ring a little bit.
Oh yeah, I agree 1,000%. Oh yeah, and there was a Rey Mysterio segment with Mean Gene. Rey's got to go get surgery, and you had Conan. He came out with like the Cholo gimmick, and it breaks my heart because I know that's not him. And he's like doubling down on, hey yo, Rey, you should get a Happy Meal with that injury. I'm gonna break your leg, yo, Holmes. And it's like, dude, that wouldn't fly today.
No. Jericho puts the Lion Tamer on Yuji Nagata and continues on his reign as the Cruiserweight champion, and the crowd could give zero shits about him.
No. Do you know what I say to that? 2 words. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
How you doing?
Bischoff's on commentary, at least, though, to make this interesting. Hey, Chris, this is sponsored by Castrol GTX. It's not just a great motor oil, folks. It's delicious on your ice cream instead of hot fudge syrup. It's amazing. It's engineered for greater
with your
protection
hair too
against breakdown. Oh, bro, you put that stuff in your hair, all the chicks are coming out for you.
The Silver King, he mixes that like this baby oil.
Yep, lubes it all around himself and just lathers himself up in that shit.
And the women, they go to him like fly at the shit. I'm just saying. But yeah.
Bischoff is doing his best to keep this crowd completely entertained right now because The
This
wrestling
show
is
dropped
just
off.
oh, dude, wrestling is just not delivering tonight for WCW.
It's not. This show is
Lee's here. Gee, we talk about a pick me up. We got Lee Marshall now.
Hell yeah.
He's in Pensacola.
Apparently, from doing my research, he was calling from the back. Okay.
Lee was in Pensacola, man. He was getting all the babes in Pensacola. Don't
Do you know they
disparage the
call
good
it-
name of Lee Marshall.
Whenever Lee Marshall went to Pensacola, like they changed the name to Pensacola.
Yeah, Pensacola, just because Lee was there. All the ladies wanted a mustache ride from Lee.
Oh, mustache rides all the way, baby. Okay, with the Castrol GTX and his mustache. Just saying, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely amazing.
I love the signs here in the sign era of wrestling at this point. Mean Gene's out again. Who's he calling out now? Let's see.
Mean Gene's earning his paycheck.
He always did. Mean Gene always earned his paycheck on Nitro.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Harlem Heat, baby.
Raise the roof. Here they come. They're coming back to prominence, as Gene just said, under the tutelage of Miss Jacqueline.
So I'm talking about, sucker. How you doing?
Sucker's got to know.
Yes, how you doing? All right.
Dude, is Stevie Ray got the fanny pack on right now? Come on, please say he's got it on. No fanny pack. Damn it.
Where's your fanny pack at, John?
I got my collection in the other room. I only bring them out on special occasions. That shit is worth some big cheese.
Dude, it's worth its weight in gold. I'm just saying, man. Like, the fanny packs are the freaking shit.
Jackie was a great pairing with the Harlem Heat. It just didn't go very far.
I agree 1,000%. I love Jackie, a phenomenal freaking performer, a true badass within the ring. She's one of those women that I would not want to pick a fight with because I know she could potentially whip my ass. So
she could whoop half the people in the back's ass too.
I agree,
if not more.
To quote Mr. Jim Ross, she is tougher than a $2 steak.
Yes, sir. And she was beautiful too.
Oh yeah, she was. And you know my flavors. I love thicker girls, but I love white women, and I love and I love me some chocolate too. And whoo, she's beautiful.
She is a beautiful woman, Miss Jackie. No doubt about it. Last time I saw her, I know she doesn't do a lot of appearances, but she still looks great.
Did you see the appearance of Missy Hyatt and Terry Runnels recently?
No, I did not.
The picture? Oh my God, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send that to me later. I'd be interested to see that. Terry was looking pretty scary the last time I saw her. Missy's looked scary for about 20 years or so.
They looked like they look like a homeless cat ladies.
I wouldn't doubt it. And
that breaks my heart because, like, back in the day, woo, how you doing? So
I mean, Missy Hyatt was smoking hot back in the day. So was Terry too, but Missy was WCW's big lady bombshell for many years.
She was, and like she brought a lot to the table. And she was multi-talented, so like she could manage, she could freaking host shows, she could do all kinds of stuff. So like Missy wasn't like Deborah, where she was pretty much just eye candy.
Look at the stare down between Ted DiBiase and Virgil as Vicious and Delicious is coming out now.
Oh my God, it's kind of like no matter where DiBiase went, Virgil followed.
He was always there somewhere. And nobody cares at all about this potential, tag team matchups here between Vicious and Delicious, Harlem Heat, and the Steiner brothers. And then Virgil is going after Jackie. Virgil, you better stay away, buddy. You'll be eating meat sauce you'll be eating your meat sauce and breadsticks through a tube if Jackie gets a hold of you.
Oh God, yeah. Did you see how much Ted DiBiase donated to Virgil's it was his GoFundMe?
No, I did not.
$20.
$20, huh?
That's it. Yes.
Wow. Well, he doesn't have that welfare money to cash in on with his kids anymore from Mississippi, so
yeah. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. Yeah.
It's fucked up, but it's true.
Yeah.
How much do you think they spent on the Nitro Girls outfits and their coming to the show every week? It had to have been a decent chunk of change for these ladies.
At least a couple $1 million a year. At least.
I would agree. I would bet, I don't think they were making a ton of money on, salaries, but all these different girls, you got 6, 7 girls all the time. The outfits everywhere. Dancing now. Look who's coming out.
Yes.
Dude, I love me some Alex Wright. Come on.
Please dance. Come on. Let's do this.
Come on,
Make
Alex.
Our night, Alex. You could redeem the show with your dancing.
Here it is. Come on. Dance, Alex. Dance.
Yes.
Don't run away from it. Yes.
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 Yes. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That just made the night for me.
Turned it around. 100%.
It did.
That's right, Alex. These South Carolina sweat hogs don't deserve to have you and dancing for them. Come on. What a guy.
So, yeah. So
I fucking love Alex Wright, bro. I just can't help it. I love this guy.
He is. He's amazing.
He's fucking awesome.
He's got a great character. And like the honest truth, he's phenomenal in the ring. He's so damn good.
He's a great worker. He got great heel heat at this time. I'm not just saying it either. Alex Wright was great, man. I love it.
How is he not a coach within the?
Well, he lives in Germany. He lives in Germany. He has his own school out there, and WWE has brought him in, I think, a few times at least to be a guest coach over there. So
I got you.
I don't think he wants to probably live in America. He's from Germany, and that's his homeland, and you can't blame him for that. He still looks great too.
Oh yeah, like that doubt, and he looks good like with a bald head. Just saying. Okay, so we got 718 Kip Killa 24-hour live stream with WCW watch alongs. Oh, that'd be fun.
If you want to go and check it out, 718 Kip Killa, we got about at least on the channel here, probably about a week's worth of Nitro watch alongs through the years. So go check it out.
Yeah, we got a ton of content on this page, so
especially Nitro stuff that we've done through the years. I mean, we literally got Nitro videos alone. I would bet 65 to 75 Nitro videos on here somewhere.
And I wish we could recover the ones from our old page.
Jeez, I know. We had so many more before that. Yeah, we've easily got to have 50 plus. Thinking about it,
easily, because like
between
we started
Facebook and YouTube, definitely 50 to 75.
Well, I mean, because like we started literally from the beginning with Nitro, so yeah.
All the lost years of when all that stuff got taken down of the Nitro stuff that we had too.
Oh yeah, all because we had some bitter bitches that just want to. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, yep, I agree. And look where they're at now. Anyways.
Go Dean. Dean Malenko. Just always, every time I see Dean out there, the guy never has a bad match.
Never. By God, Mean Dean. I'm sorry, I'm trying that. So, yeah. All right, so this match is really, really good so far.
So far? I don't think they're going to get a lot of time, but it's definitely going to get a few minutes because they're near the end of the show tonight, so I don't think they're going to get a lot of time.
Oh, yeah, because during this era, it wasn't normally like a big main event. Normally what would happen is they would have like a random match, then they would have a segment to end the show.
As much as I love Gene, Mean Gene being on, there was just too many interview segments with Gene.
Good God, yes.
And it's no disrespect to Gene. It's not about Gene. They were doing what they had to do to try to build feuds and stuff. But
yeah,
Gene probably had 3 to 4, maybe 5 sometimes in a show. Interview segments. You got to figure each of those goes 3 to 5 minutes. Then you got the Nitro girls on 4 or 5 times a show. They're getting a couple minutes each. It's a lot of TV time that right there wasted.
That's at least 1 to 2 matches that you could add.
Or you could let some of these matches go longer for the good ones that people would want to see.
Like this one. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see these guys get a good 15 minutes between these two. But
I agree 1,000%.
Instead, they're going to get maybe 5 minutes at best.
Good God. Okay, so 1-2, we got Alex Wright, like he's getting ready to do a vertical suplex, ladies and gentlemen.
Referee
And
Randy Anderson, great referee too.
I agree 1,000%. He's very underrated. Oh, speaking of wonderful things, which, ladies and gentlemen, for the individuals that are watching now, that are watching later, like to let you know that I'm gonna be doing Passion for Pro Wrestling early tomorrow. And like we're gonna be doing 3 major stories from the world of wrestling and a watch along. So far, apparently Sunday Night Heat is winning in the poll. So like for the second week straight, we're doing Sunday Night Heat.
There you go.
It's gonna be fun. And like I'm thinking about doing the show. It's a little bit early. I would say like right around like 5:00 tomorrow. So
there you go. Why not?
Because like you got your show that you're doing with your dad, then we got the radio show from 9 to 10 p.m. So there's a lot of content, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're always putting out something good.
Yeah, we are.
Shitty ending to the match there. Like I said, man, like they just didn't give them enough time, and it was just a cheap screwball finish at the end. You know, you had Jarrett coming in and Alex Wright beating him down with Eddie. Chris, get that 6 NWO shirt, $20.
Which I got that actually.
Yeah, $20.
I didn't pay $20 for it.
$5.95 shipping and handling.
I paid $30 for mine. So
do they still have it up on WWE Shop?
I do not know. Like that's a really good question. Well, hold on, I can look that
Another
up.
Nitro Girl segment.
Yay! Another fucking segment.
Look at this idiot in the front row dancing along with him. Hey, dude, you ain't no Nitro Girl. Sit your ass down. You ain't gonna get them either.
You're not Nitro Girl. You're a Nitro hoe. Okay, I'm sorry.
This is just their version of the Fly Girls from In Living Color in the early 90s.
I agree 1,000%. And remember, like the Dallas Cowboys, like the cheerleaders were extremely popular at this time.
Yep.
So I guess it was their version of that.
I get it why they did it. Don't get me wrong. I get it why they did it, but it just, to me, it just added nothing. They were good eye candy, you know, and that was about it. Columbia High is NWO territory was one of the signs there. I believe it too, that the schools all loved wrestling and the NWO, I'm sure, at this point in time. Macho Man is out right now with the Miss Elizabeth. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
We're gonna get Lex Luger coming out here in just a minute. Poor Lex. He's still been doing it the best that he can, but after losing that belt back to Hollywood Hogan less than a week later,
his momentum is gone.
Yeah, just dies.
All right, hold on.
Bischoff, man, what a just cocky heel he was here, and he did so good at it.
What a cocky prick! But like that's what we loved about him. The WWE shop, yes, they do still have it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's $26 right now.
Yeah, it's not $20 anymore, folks.
No, and this is 26 with a discount code. So like normally it's 33. So yeah.
Here comes Lex Luger, the total package.
Because I bought a 6 shirt last year, and I have no clue where the hell it's at. It's somewhere in my house, but yeah.
I gotta give me an NWO shirt one of these days. I've never had one actually.
Really? I have
two. The Hollywood Hogan one, but I've never had an NWO shirt.
The first one that I got, it was a thing from a cereal box that I sent in. So essentially, like if you buy it and you send in like your proof of purchase, they will send you like a free NWO shirt. So I did that, and the shirt that showed up, it was a gray shirt with like the red NWO logo. The problem is they didn't have the Wolfpack yet. So like somebody just randomly just picked a shirt with the random color and just put it on there. And that was my first NWO shirt. So yeah.
Boy, fucking Luger is jacked at this time, Chris.
He is steroids, if you will. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, me and John, we don't mind steroids within the world of wrestling because let's just be honest, it's not real competition.
Nope, I'm with you.
It's all about the way that the person looks, okay, with the characters and all that stuff. And for me, Luger, it adds to his believability of him being like a threat, him being more jacked. I'm sorry, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it's done within like the supervision of a doctor, I'm perfectly fine with it. All right, so you have a pay-per-view quality match right here that you're giving away for free on television. That was always one of the issues with World Championship Wrestling, you know?
Because this was 100% something that could have been on a pay-per-view.
I agree 1,000%. And yeah,
I get why they did it though, Chris.
The ratings.
Yep.
Weren't they winning at this time still?
Oh yeah, they were still winning at this time. 100%. This was in their heyday of winning.
Yeah. And the thing is that it is crazy to think they were making I think like between 96 and 97 that they were making over $200 million a year, and then they went from that to completely burning out and dying. It's so crazy, and a reminder that you could be hot 1 minute, but you could be freaking ice cold the next.
Yep.
So,
that's the nature of the beast in wrestling, you know, or it's the nature of beast in life in general, or anything within entertainment. You're only as good as your last show.
I mean, look at the WWE versus AEW right now. Like, which a couple years ago, freaking AEW was on fire, and now they're barely watchable, and yet now like the WWE. Remember, me and you 2 years ago, we couldn't even sit down and watch a segment because it was that bad. Now we talk about it every single week because it's good again. It's crazy, like how fast things can switch, ladies and gentlemen.
You got that right, bro. I just ordered my first NWO shirt right now.
You did?
I just did right now. They had a good discount, so
it's like 25% off store wide right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So is it like a specialty shirt, or was it?
I just got the standard NWO one.
I gotcha.
All these years later, you know, people are still ordering NWO merch.
And I know in Nash, he greatly values what you just ordered.
He's making bank off of it still for all the ones. Look at the guy with the clown hair there. What a dope.
Oh my God. Has Nash ever said how much he makes?
I've just heard them say they've made that they still make 6 figures a year.
So Hogan and Nash, they're making an absolute killing right now.
Yep.
Does Sean Waltman get a piece of that?
I don't know. I don't know about him, but I know Hall had mentioned it before and Nash has mentioned it before. I believe it's just the core 3 of them that get it, but I could be wrong.
So, like, you're telling me that Buff Bagwell doesn't get anything?
Nope.
VK Wall Street?
Nope.
Wow. VK
no Scott
Wall
Norton.
Street.
None of them.
No Big Bubba.
No Big Bubba. No Brian Adams. Well, he couldn't get it anyways.
The Giant. I mean, anyways.
I think it's the original 3 are the only ones that get it.
Oh, speaking of residual checks, okay, apparently, remember back in the day, they had like the video game WCW Revenge?
Yeah.
For like okay. Apparently, the check that the video game maker sent out for residuals, the whole entire check got sent to Paul White's bank account.
Wow. Okay.
So it was like a $3 million check. And Paul Wright refused to send it back. He's like, hey, you sent it to me, I'm keeping it. Because that was supposed to be split between all of the wrestlers that were within the game.
He used it for cigarette money, bro.
Do you blame him, or
it's
do you
not a
think
cheap habit? I would assume.
No.
I'm not a smoker, but I would assume that it's not a cheap habit.
Which I know, me and you, we would do the right thing and be like, yeah,
it's
this
bad
is
karma.
Yeah, exactly. Like a dick move right there.
It's bad karma when you do something like that. It'll come back and get you.
That's like,
don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you do it, baby. Don't you do it. That's like a few years ago, like with my taxes, they sent me $3,000 more than what they're supposed to. So, which I could have spent it, but I'm like, you know what? I can't. I gotta do the right thing. So I called them, and they got their money back. So it is what it is.
Mike Rotunda would have came after you anyways.
He would have. VK Wall Street. Oh, beautiful, beautiful axe handle, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2. This match is average at best. The highlight is Nick Patrick.
There's nothing good about this card tonight.
No.
Except Alex Wright dancing. That's it.
Oh, God, yes. What did you think about the footage with Nick Patrick with the ski mask?
It's tremendous stuff.
It is.
Bischoff on commentary here is just, he is just playing this shit up, man.
He's trying. He
is.
God bless him. He's trying.
Lex is trying to get pumped up here to go after Macho.
Back body drop, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick really does sell this as a referee, like the certain moves that are, during the match. He really sells it well.
He does. And the thing is that freaking people like Aubrey Edwards, they can learn from Nick Patrick.
Well, she's always trying to steal the show for herself. She's always trying to be the center of attention on her own.
Because Nick, he's a part of the match. He's not the match.
Mm-hmm.
And freaking Aubrey's, look at me. It's like, you're taken away from the two athletes that are more important than you. Sorry, but they are.
I absolutely cannot fucking stand her.
Same here. I can't either.
I just can't. Is he gonna rack him? Let's see.
Rack him, baby.
No.
Oh, inverted atomic drop, ladies and gentlemen. He's not having babies anytime soon. Everywhere, if you will.
Macho never had any kids, did he?
No.
Interesting.
Did Lanny?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Lanny, or if he did or not.
Just imagine Macho as a dad. Go clean your room right
now.
Dig it. Or no
if you don't clean up your room, I'm gonna freak out.
And no Slim Jims for dinner.
Scott Hall comes out for the run-in, and then Macho bumps him. DDP's out now. Is he gonna turn on him? Is he gonna turn on Lex? Come on. He's gonna rack him now.
Oh, God. The hell?
What a fucking shitty ending that was.
Oh, that's to make it look like he could potentially be a part of the NWO. I get it. A cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Like, they're
what
really bad.
What a dumpster fire of a show that was tonight.
I'll be honest with you. Thumbs down all the way. The show was absolutely dreadful. The only thing that was good was freaking Alex Wright, seeing the Poon King, Silver King, and seeing Lee Marshall. I have to say that was about it right there. But,
I would agree with you wholeheartedly on everything. That show was terrible. We had fun doing this, but having some laughs and stuff. But if I'm sitting on a Monday night just watching this, I'm like, what am I looking at? That was just terribly done by them tonight.
I agree 1,000%. And
they really missed an opportunity to kind of go off of the heat and the momentum that they had from Clash of the Champions too.
That and the thing about it, that and they had no competition. So that was a great opportunity for them to get even more people, and they completely shit the bed, in my opinion.
Well, that kind of shows you that, when you have competition, you typically try to put on a better product because competition is what drives people to be better and better. And when you don't have any competition here in something like this, is they figure it's a way to kind of phone it in and that they can kind of push it aside, and, we don't, Raw's preempted the next few weeks, so we'll just put out what we can put out, see if it's a decent show, and we'll leave some of the major stars and players off. And I think that's a mistake to do that.
Oh yeah, like without a doubt, because I know me and you, we're very similar, like with our mindsets. If we were in their shoes, we would frickin' throw the kitchen sink and say, look at us. This is why we're better. This is why we're superior. This is why we're special, guys. So
you can't phone it in.
No, you can't.
And they sure did, man. They sure did tonight. If you will. All right, buddy. Well, any closing thoughts you got for us before we head out?
Sure that you tune in weekly to our content, ladies and gentlemen. We got surprises coming out of the woodworks, and just let you know, make sure to tune into the Passion for Pro Wrestling tomorrow. We're doing the Sunday Night Heat watch along, and you know what? Tune in to the Retro Wrestling Revival radio show on WDJYFM.com from 9 to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, guys. It's going to be an amazing week. And like I said, me and John, we got some things up our sleeves. Richie's got some things up his sleeves. It's going to be a fun summer within the world of the retro. So thank you, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, everybody, make sure you once again come back and check out Chris's great stuff tomorrow night. And the radio shows, of course, every Saturday and Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. And all the great stuff that Chris is putting up on the page and that we're doing each week here on the show. So we really hope you're enjoying all the fun content that we are delivering to you. We can't thank each and every one of you enough for all your support. It's always been a blast with you, Brother Martin, tonight. And as always, and everybody, we hope you have a great night, a great weekend. Whenever you listen to this, we hope you're doing well. And have no fear. We'll see you guys again real soon right here on the Retro Wrestling Revival.